Today I'm going to share with you one of the most important things that can help you make money and at the same time help you save money in your trading. So this is a twofer. It is, and there's only 2 steps. You know, a lot of times people do videos, there's like 3 steps. Nope, I'm only going to do 2. So we're going to keep this super simple here today. And that's the beauty of it, is that it is super simple. And the beautier part of it, beautier is that a word? Sure, I'll count it. Is again making money. So the question is, as you probably saw in the title, is how do you distinguish between a retracement in a trend where the trend continues or a reversal of the trend? And so what we mean by that, in case you are not sure, but let's really just make sure we're all on the same page. So trend going up, and then it retraces. That's a retrace. Doesn't change the direction of the overall market. The overall trend is still up. And then we get another retrace. And then we get another move up and another retrace. And it just kind of wiggles down here. This is all still part of the retrace. This is called a complex retrace. But is this a reversal? Is the trend over? And of course, the answer is negatory. The market goes up again. And then now we go up, come down, go up. Now the question is this a retrace, or is now the trend over? And is the trend going to reverse and we go into a downtrend? So that's the question. And boy, I'll tell you, a lot of people really struggle with this. They do not know how to tell the difference. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 2 tools that will help you. So number 1, wave counting. So wave counting is where you start. The average trend lasts 5 waves. And for waves, you've got to measure cycles in the market. The cycles are the oscillations in the market. And when we talk about oscillations, we're talking about markets going up and coming back down, going up, coming back down. These are the cycles of the market. So cycle high, cycle low, cycle high. And this is how you count waves to determine how far you are in the trend. You've heard the famous saying, the trend is your friend until the end, but nobody really tells you how to measure that. That's a great saying, but if they don't give you an objective way of measuring how early or late you are in the trend, then the slogan's no good. It's just empty words. So that's what I'm providing for you today, is an objective, not subjective, but objective way of counting waves. And the average wave count on a trend is 5 waves. Now, I'm not referring to Elliott wave. Let's be very clear about that, because that's one question that always comes up. Are you talking about Elliott waves? No way. Because Elliott wave is a theory that is imposed on the market. And that theory says that every trend has 5 waves. And in my humble opinion, that's just not really a great way to approach the market. We don't want to impose our own thoughts or theories or subjectivity on the market. We want to read just what the market is doing. Let the market tell us. We don't tell the market what it's doing. The market tells us what it's doing. So my way of counting waves is very objective, and it's again based on these cycle highs and lows, which again are based on a mathematical formula. And math, well, last I heard, math's pretty darn accurate. So, yeah. Okay, so that's the first thing. So when we're looking to determine whether we've got a retrace in the market or a reversal, what we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, every move against the trend, we're considering it a retrace until we get to a wave 5. Once we get to a wave 5, then we start looking for reversals in the trend. So that's step numero 1. Step 2 is we need to measure momentum. Momentum is the strength in the market. Think of it as the strength in the market. So down here you see I've got my momentum indicator. And the way we measure this is very simple. So here's our 0 line, meaning there's no momentum. So for bullish markets, for that trend to continue, we want to see momentum holding above 0. Now it can come back down to 0, that's okay, but we don't want it to go below 0, because then we have negative momentum. And negative momentum signals a change in direction or a reversal instead of a retracement. All right, so let's take some of these drawing off of here and let's move forward a little bit and show you what I mean. So we got, yeah, this is good. Okay, so now we got it. So now you see we've got wave one. Actually, there's wave one, two, failed three, real three, 4, 5. Now, failed 7. That's what F7 means. It tried to put in a real wave 7, but it didn't. So again, in my way of counting, because it's objective and I'm letting the market tell me how many waves there are, you can have more than 5 waves. But as I said, statistically, with this mathematical way of measuring waves, there are an average of 5. So failed 7. Okay, let's keep going. Consolidates, another failed 7, and then, oh, kablambo, it goes back down. And now it broke. By the way, this line here, this green line, is the 50-period simple moving average. So once we break that, then we've really broken structure. And now back to the point we were making, and that is about momentum. So all through here, momentum stayed above 0, 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 below 0. Okay, and it goes above, below, above, below, above, below. And so it's hovering around there. That means momentum has now come out of the market. Bullish momentum's come out of the market. And because it's just hovering above and below 0, the market price just kind of goes sideways because there is no real strength up or real strength down. And for a directional trade, you need strength in that direction. Momentum. Momentum is velocity times mass. So we're talking about the velocity of price action times mass, which equates to volume, the power, the number of contracts, lots, shares, or bottom line, money. Is money coming into the market? Because money is what makes the markets move. And so now, oh, no more momentum. So those are the two things. There we go. I promised you it'd just be two things. And that's what it is. It is waves. How far are we in the trend? Trend is your friend until the end. And we measure that by looking for 5 waves. After wave 5, the trend is no longer our friend. It's that simple. It's very objective. So now we have a rule to apply to that saying. And then we not only do that, but then we also say, okay, but because sometimes trends do last more than 5 waves, let's look at the strength of the money flow, supply demand in the market, because that's really what makes markets go up and down. More demand than supply, prices go up. More supply than demand, prices go down. And so we watch this in conjunction with that. So this is timing. How much time are we spending going up? And then the strength in that. So you put those two puppies together, and now we look at this and we say, uh-oh, nope, no longer a trend, or I'm sorry, no longer retrace, because we had retrace, 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 but still in an uptrend. And now we have a reversal. So there you go. 2 steps. Simple as that. Now, if you want to get my cycle indicators so that you can measure these objectively, feel free to go to that website right there. And you'll find there, first of all, a little tutorial, brief tutorial, video tutorial, absolutely free, my gift to all of my viewers. And number 2, then, of course, I also give you the cycle indicator that I use, and I give you that for free as well. But I can't give you the indicator without teaching you how to use it because it's not intuitive how to use the cycle indicator. So go get it. I just love to help the trading community. My gift to you. Enjoy. Post a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. And also let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover in the future because I'm doing about a video every 2 days now. So I'm always looking for new topics.